जब भी हम बाहर आते हैं हमेशा महत्वपूर्ण ही होता है, लेकिन आज क्या है कि इट्स बीन वेरी स्पेशल डे बिकॉज ना ये एक पिक्चर है ना ये एक समय है, ये एक इतिहास है। डैड जो है अपनी पूरी कहानी लिखा है, एक ऑटोबायोग्राफी में, द बेस्ट मिस्टेक्स ऑफ माई लाइफ। और कहते हैं आदमी तब बड़ा होता है जब मिस्टेक्स बनाता है, क्योंकि मिस्टेक्स नहीं बनता है तो आदमी सीखता नहीं है। तो जब बेस्ट मिस्टेक्स बनता है तो आदमी बहुत कुछ सीखता है। तो आई एम हैप्पी दैट टुडे आई एम हियर। This book is finally released by a fantastic publishing house called Penguin, and I think what's the most amazing thing about this is कि डैड ने सिर्फ फिल्म इंडस्ट्री के बारे में बात नहीं की इस पिक्चर में, मैं बोल रहा हूँ, इस बुक में, लेकिन अपनी पूरी ज़िंदगी के बारे में कहा है। जो कि जब भी हम पिक्चर करते हैं तो हम कहीं ना कहीं अपनी ज़िंदगी से कुछ ना कुछ लेते हैं जो हम पिक्चर में डालते हैं। तो मैं गर्व से कह सकता हूँ कि द काइंड ऑफ लाइव्स दैट दे लेड at that time, I don't know whether it's possible today with so much social media around, always telling you what to do and how to do it, and everybody is so opinionated. I think they lived life king size. They lived life in a way that they own their mistakes and they own their successes as well.
I just wish Penguin and my father-in-law all the best for this book, and I know each one of you are going to really love this book because it talks about a human that has gone through so much in his life but always stood there strong with a smile and always there for everybody.
Right, can I ask you the title? The title itself creates a curiosity.
हाँ,
मतलब काफी लोगों के मन में जिज्ञासा होगी कि क्या होगा क्या नहीं होगा।
जी, वो है ना नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव वाला टाइटल। तो क्या है कि जब भी कोई ऑटोबायोग्राफी लिखता है हमेशा ये हम सोचते हैं कि यार कि क्या ज़िंदगी रहेगी, क्या ज़िंदगी।
Sure.
हेलो,
Let
हाय,
them pass,
प्लीज
no,
प्लीज
please.
कम हाय हनी आंटी, हाउ आर यू? Today we all are trying to do things that are perfect, and there is no finish line in the race to perfection until you make your mistakes. So read this book. I think you'll understand that what makes a person human through his trials and tribulations is not when he is punched and put down and embarrassed, but how he gets up from it and how he makes an example of it and tells everybody that, you know what, give me another punch, let's see how that's going to work out the next time around. So I really feel, my dad has been such a university in the way that he's taught us. He's always told me never to make small talk, always take the higher ground. Sometimes that doesn't pay off, but life is not always about a check, so I really wish all you guys read this book. There's some amazing experiences and some things that you might be really frightened about, especially when you read certain things about me as a kid and which I'm very embarrassed about, so don't.
course, when it's a person like Sanjay Khan, उनकी लाइफ तो बहुत एक्साइटिंग रह चुकी है एंड आई थिंक ही इज़ गॉन थ्रू डिफरेंट ईराज वर्क विद डिफरेंट पीपल started his career with films and got into television and बहुत सारी चीज़ें की हैं उन्होंने. So I think and the not so nice things which have happened to him, he's emerged from that and he's got a beautiful family, raised 4 beautiful children. So I think ये सारी चीज़ें, worked with the most beautiful heroines और बहुत exciting life है. तो वो कह रहे हैं the best mistakes, तो जो mistakes भी होती हैं, if they turn out to be good and best, I think nothing better than that, because we all make mistakes, and if at the later half when you look back at your life you say, oh, they were my best mistakes, so I think that's so wonderful. And जिन्होंने किताब पढ़ी है, they say it's quite exciting. And what we know of Abbas, as we call him, that he's a very dynamic man who's achieved a lot. So look forward to his book.
Given a choice, if you supposed to write about yourself, what can be the title?
Well, अभी तक मैंने I think enough mistakes नहीं किया. I need to do some more exciting things in my life before I write a book. But yes, I think I'll have to think of the title. That's a good question. आपने सोचने पे मुझे उस track पे डाल दिया. But I think it's a good time to write your book, your experiences, and let people share and learn from it. Because मुझे भी industry में 35 years हो गए हैं, तो I think I have learned quite a bit. So let's see, maybe one day.
प्रतीक्षा रहेगी. We will wait for your book.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sanjay's book.
Yeah, straight here, sir. Sir, straight here.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Nice to see you guys. Right. So Sanjay Khan has been an old friend of mine. We were in Juhu Beach right from the beginning of my career and his career, which started even earlier. And we've been good friends through the years. And Sanjay certainly made an important place for himself in the film industry. And he has been a wonderful family man. He's reared a beautiful family full of very high-achieving individuals. And I think he's made a great success of his life in every way. So I wish Sanjay the best, as always. He's my pal. Mera yaar hai.
Very interesting title also.
Yeah, it's a very interesting
Best
title.
Mistakes of My Life is Sanjay's book, and I think it's a clever title because we all need to learn from the mistakes of others and make the best of life. Anything you need to say?
No, I'm wishing him a lot of luck.
Right. We wish him the best.
Given a chance, if you would supposed to write your book, what can be the title?
I'm still thinking about that, but I'm writing the book.
When can we expect it? You have to look in the...
Well, I'm certainly writing my book. It'll be ready sometime next year, and then we'll see where it goes from there. The title, make me a suggestion. I'm open to any suggestions from
But today
anyone.
we're going to celebrate Sanjay. And
Yeah. Today is Sanjay. I'm to celebrate him. Thank you.
Thank you.
responsibility to hold the whole audience tonight?
It's an honor to be able to host this evening. It's a very special evening in the lives of the Khan family. My friends who I've counted on for over a decade now have been generous enough to have me host this evening in honor of their father. And I've read the book and I'm very excited about this evening.
हम जितना जानते हैं आप कितनी with lots of brains, with lots of thought process, इस book का analyze करके आप क्या बता सकती हैं?
I think संजय खान साहब एक ऐसे हस्ती हैं जिन्होंने इतने इंटरेस्टिंग माहौल में और इतने डेकेड्स के थ्रू काम किया है और उनके लाइफ एक्सपीरियंसेस इतने डाइवर्स हैं. उनकी जो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स रही, उनकी जो मतलब वो मरते मरते इतने बार बचे हैं. बहुत कम हस्तियों की ज़िंदगी में इतने उतार चढ़ाव होते हैं और उन्होंने बहुत बेबादगी से, बहुत खूबसूरती से, बहुत सेंसिटिविटी से इन वाक़यों को अपने किताब में उतारा है, लिखा है. और आई थिंक as somebody who's always known him personally for so many years, मैं ये कह सकती हूँ कि जब भी वो कोई वाक़या सुनाते हैं तो ऐसा एहसास होता है जैसे कि आप उस वाक़ये में हैं, क्योंकि इट्स ऑलमोस्ट लाइक वो आपको उस माहौल का इतना खूबसूरती से, इतने विस्तार में डिस्क्रिप्शन देते हैं कि ऐसे लगता है कि आप उसे सूंघ सकते हैं, छू सकते हैं, और वही इस किताब में झलकता है. Hopefully someday, but I don't know if my subject will be autobiographical, but it would certainly be on a subject that interests me a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Namaste, how are you, ma'am? So good to see you. Thank you for being here. Please.
Hema auntie, can I say hello first?
Yes, yes.
How are you?
Yes, I am fine.
Thank you for being here.
Yes. We are late or
No, please come. We're waiting for you.
waiting for me?
Yeah.
नमस्ते और good evening.
Oh yes, how are you?
हम आज की संध्या के बारे में आपको बताना चाहेंगे. आप भी संजय जी को अच्छे से जानती हैं. क्या कहना चाहेंगे आज के अवसर पर?
वो The best mistakes of my life. बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग टाइटल के साथ वो एक बुक अपना बनाया है. ये बुक्स बायोग्राफी जो लिखने के लिए काफ़ी गट्स होना चाहिए, क्योंकि यू हैव टू बी वेरी ट्रूथफुल अबाउट योर लाइफ, वॉट एवर यू हैव डन यू हैव टू राइट. तो ये बुक मेरे ख्याल में बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग टाइटल भी है. एंड द मिस्टेक्स व्हाट यू मेक इज एक्चुअली you are learning a lesson and it becomes the achievement in life. So ऐसे एक व्यक्ति हैं संजय खान जी, बहुत डायनामिक पर्सनालिटी, टैलेंटेड एक्टर, डायरेक्टर, प्रोड्यूसर एंड अ वंडरफुल ह्यूमन बीइंग. तो उन्होंने जो बुक लिखा है तो बहुत ही बढ़िया ही होगा, बहुत अच्छा होगा. तो मुझे इसकी बहुत खुशी होती है कि ये बुक लॉन्च के लिए मैं भी यहाँ पर आई हूँ.
और मतलब ये मिस्टेक्स मतलब दिस इज कोई इन्होंने बताया कि मिस्टेक्स भी एक आदमी को पर्सनालिटी को बढ़ाती है. और
वही कहा मैंने कि दैट बिकम्स एन अचीवमेंट. द मिस्टेक्स बिकम्स, इफ यू लर्न द लेसन फ्रॉम योर मिस्टेक्स, दैट बिकम्स योर अचीवमेंट.
एक और प्रश्न पूछना था. जिस तरह से पूरा माहौल बना है, महिलाओं के लिए कोई आप संदेश देना चाहेंगे? जिस तरह से एक वर्क प्लेस को लेके, फिल्म इंडस्ट्री को लेके कई लोग सामने आए, अपनी अपनी बातें रखी, आप मिल नहीं पाई. महिलाओं के उत्थान के लिए आपने हमेशा बातें कही हैं. आज आप
महिलाओं को अपनी सिक्योरिटी खुद करना पड़ता है, किसी और के ऊपर डिपेंड करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. शी शुड नो व्हाट शी इज़ एंड शी शुड प्रोटेक्ट हरसेल्फ फ्रॉम ऑल द एलिमेंट्स अराउंड यू. दैट्स ऑल. नोबडी एल्स कैन हेल्प यू.
बड़ा ही शॉकिंग चीज़ें सामने आई, आपको लगता है?
मुझे कुछ नहीं लगता.
Diya, there's nothing else to be said.
Thank you, Zayed, for that very warm welcome. Good evening, friends. I cannot tell you how happy I am to be here, not just to take you through tonight, but to represent a family that has always made me feel like family. And this is no ordinary family. One of India's most legendary, close-knit and stylish film clans, the Sanjay Khan household has been synonymous with their contributions to the arts, both on-screen and off. A family of hit producers, actors, designers, and stars. It only makes sense as its patriarch to write a book to talk about a life that has been extremely well lived. And what a life it has been. The Best Mistakes of My Life reveals little known facts about a private man's very public life. And today's launch will just be about that, allowing the audience, all of you, to better understand one of India's most legendary actors, one facet at a time. In the book, he says, a banker once asked me my net worth, and the question made me smile. I could have told him about the vast fortune I had accumulated, lost, and regained. But these are the ups and downs of material existence that I'm not overly concerned with. The gains didn't elate me, and the losses didn't defeat or depress me. I smiled as I replied, please take a head count of my wife, our children, our 9 grandchildren, their three sons-in-law, and 1 daughter-in-law. Now attach a value to each one of them and total the figures. You'll arrive at my net worth. The banker smiled back and shook my hand. This is just one instance of how magnanimous and wonderful, grounded and rooted this phenomenal human being is. I have to share with you all that I've known the Khan family for over a decade, and each time I have been invited to their warm, hospitable home, I have felt nothing but love, respect, and a great sense of familiarity. And the best thing about my evenings at the Sanjay Khan household is our special time together, Sanjay uncle, when we talk about politics, history, arts, and cinema, and you recite your incredible Urdu poetry. So thank you for all those moments. And now it's time for Your Eyes Only Tonight, a short film on Mr. Khan's journey, the man, the actor, the hero, thoughtfully and meticulously put together. Let's take a look at what it's like to be Mr. Sanjay Khan.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I won't say too much. All I can say, I'm married to a very special man who has taught me never to say die. And whatever we've gone through, we've come out being winners. And he is a very special man. I love you, darling. We met at a very young age. I was only 14 and he was almost 18. And it was love at first sight. It's still there. All the best.
Dear friends, good evening. Thank you for being here with us this evening. I would like to read an excerpt from this book, an episode which changed our lives forever. This passage from the book is post my father's fire accident. Well, Dia tells me that the passage reading is for later, so excuse that. I'm just going to say a few words on my father. To my father, Mr. Sanjay Khan, a self-made man, brave and fearless, having withstood and overcome several challenges in his life, and with each setback only emerged stronger, wiser, and even more determined. Papa, I respect you for your integrity, your undeterred spirit, your passion for life, and your discipline. For being a man of honor who always kept his word. Your support and influence has encouraged and inspired me through many trials. I feel fortunate and privileged to be the daughter of Zareen and Sanjay Khan. Thank you, Mum, for being the anchor of our family. No words can accurately capture or describe my immense love and respect for both of you. Thank you.
Good evening, friends and respected elders. The book being launched today is a window into the life of an extraordinary man with a unique journey. I have been blessed to know him intimately, and my frequent interactions with him have left me convinced that his success comes from immense ambition and extreme drive to never stay still, to never be satisfied. His journey has been one of great dreams and achievements. It has been punctuated with a variety of challenges and huge tests. But I can assure you, there's never been a slowdown, and he has never been a taker. My frequent and intimate conversations about India and his beautiful family, rarely does beauty inside manifest itself so well outside, made me discover that he is sensitive, always a giver, and a true Indian hero. Movie stars are always magnified beyond reality, but this book provides us with an amazing opportunity to live the journey of a movie star, a filmmaker, a truly secular human being, and a real patriot who always wanted to deliver excellence, impact, and contribute to his country. Thank you, Papa, for being a mentor and a hero in my life.
Thank you, Ajay. Thank you, Simone. I would now like to request Farah and Akhil to please join us on stage to speak a few words about your father.
Thank you, Dia.
Akhil doesn't have a speech ready, but firstly, I want to thank all of you who've made your special time to come here, because it's a very important time and occasion for my father. I would like to say a few words for him, and I want you to know some things about my father that is not visible to many people, but it's important that you all know. My father has been my pillar of strength and the man with the tenacity of a tiger and an indomitable willpower that never gives up against all the odds. But what's worth mentioning about this very strong man is his very soft, generous heart. And that is charitable beyond words. Never have I seen someone who extends so much of largeness of his heart, even when he has very little at times. That, my father's words, ring true to me even today when he said to me growing up, humanity should be our religion, charity our ritual. I'm blessed indeed to have parents who stressed on the importance of relationships over materialistic means, because relationships can never be replaced, but material things can be replaced. To the man who stressed on honesty, respectability, integrity, commitment to one's word, humanity, charity, and more. Thank you, Papa, for being my guiding star. Your life's teachings have made me who I am, and I'm grateful for that. I wish you great success on your book, and all I can say is that you have had a remarkable life with amazing stories. I'm proud to be your daughter. Thank you.
I don't have a speech prepared, but all I want to say is I know Papa from about 25 years, and he's truly a rock star, and he's a great man, a lovely person, and I wish him all the best for his book. Thank you.
Thank you, Akhil. Thank you, Farah. Susan, it's your turn now, so come up here quickly. Unfortunately, Hrithik couldn't be here with us tonight as he's shooting in Portugal, but I know he's here with us in spirit, as Suzanne will convey.
So I am not really good at reading or reciting, so I designed the stage and I put together the decor of this place tonight because I love you, Papa, with all my heart, and I'm very blessed to have you, and I think that we all are brave hearts thanks to you, and thank you for being in our lives. I love you too much. Okay.
Okay, before we go to the youngest members of the family and the most cherished and loved, I'm going to invite another beautiful lady here up on stage. Leila, will you please join us to say a few words about your uncle?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm so proud that I have a chacha like Mr. Sanjay Khan, who is like my father. He is the head of the family today, after my late father, who was snatched very early, and I miss him dearly today. I wish he was here. But I feel so proud that my illustrious, wonderful Chacha has documented his life in this book, because that says a tale. My father and he came to Bombay from Bangalore. They lost their father when they were very young. They came here without any godfather, without any friends, without any mentor. They only came with dreams in their eyes and courage in their heart. And look what they've achieved. That's not easy. You know, this is going to be an inspiration. This book, my son and Zan and all us cousins, our children are going to read, and this is going to be an inspiration for them in their lives. So something like this is so important, and that's why I feel so proud and honored to have a Chacha like Mr. Sanjay Khan. We love you, and here's to celebrating our life in every way and being good human beings. Thank you. Good evening. From the heart.
It was absolutely from the heart. You almost made me cry. Thank you, Leila. Really, that was so beautiful. Zayed, Malaika, it's your turn now. Please come up on stage. Are you going to speak, Malaika?
Yeah, Malaika is going to finally speak.
Okay. Papa, I would just like to thank you for accepting me into your beautiful family. I'm in tears today because you've done everything for me, and I love you tremendously, and that's all I want to say. You are my father. You are everything to me, and thank you for giving me Zahid, Farah, Simone, Suzanne, Ajay, Akhil, Hrithik, and everyone, and especially my mom-in-law today, who is my mom. Thank you, Papa, for building this family for us.
Okay, I'm going to lighten this up a little bit. Sorry. So often, as you get older, you have disagreements with your father, And your father's most disappointed that you didn't turn out to be like him. So, being his only son, he says, you know, you're like your mother. I said, true that. I am like my mother. And that's what keeps us glued together with our ups and downs and our friction, but it's a very lovable friction. So, you know, recently I was asked by a journalist, and it was a very funny question. You know, it was a question which was like, if your father was a fruit, what would he be? And as hilarious as that sounds, you know, we had to really give it thought, you know, because he put a lot of pressure on us that, you know, if you answer right, it will be in the right edition on the right day. So I really thought, and I tried to make a fruit as beautiful as my father, and excuse me if I didn't do that. But I said, if my father was a fruit, he would be a date. Rich in flavor, smooth as silk, and still lingers on your tongue even after you finished it. So, Papa, all I want to say is that there was one particular experience in my life that really held true, and true to your character and true to your willpower. This was just about after the accident, and you know, my father had, I think, paid his dues in kind in many ways. You know, his body was burnt. He had 112 surgeries. He was kind of sensitive to the way he looked at times. And he went in and out of hospitals more than you could say Pizza Express. And we were at our farm in Bangalore, and he gave me a brick. And he said, I want you to put this brick as the foundation stone to something I'm going to build. And I was very inquisitive as to what he was going to build. So I said, Papa, what are you building? He said, son, I'm going to build the best health spa in the world so that people like me don't have to get into hospitals day in and day out and feel like the way they do. And needless to say, he really even made that look like superstardom, going in and out of hospitals. But, you know, I sensed it. I sensed that he was so sensitive and he was so cherished. I mean, and at the same time, you know, there was a point in time where he needed blood, and people from all different walks of life, Christians, Hindus, Parsis, Muslims, gave him 120 bottles of O-positive blood. And that's my father standing there today in front of me, and he said, put this brick inside. And I put the brick in. He says, what do you want to call this? So I looked at the palms around, and I saw, you know, palms shimmering in the sunlight, golden as gold can be. And I said, Pops, golden palms. And he says, done. 7 years from that day, it was a reality. And I realized one thing: impossible is nothing when you know Sanjay Khan. Thank you, Dad. I do try my best to follow your footsteps, but it is a very tall order. So, love you. Thank you very much, guys.
And his beautiful, lovely sister, Dilshad. Please come on stage.
A very good evening. I love celebrations in life, and today happens to be one of the most fascinating days to celebrate my brother's journey as a miracle man who put together his most favorite subject in the field of creation that almost took his life, and collected every frame of his vision, imagination, inspiration on that subject, and put frame by frame to bring it to the audience, not only in India, but before the whole world, and making it his greatest success. That is the story of Tipu Sultan, which everyone here, I'm sure, has embraced it. It makes it most special because of his courage, determination, grit to rise from ashes like a phoenix and meet up with his dream, and carried life with such grace, dignity, courage, valor. Brother, we are proud of you, and inshallah, this is just a part of your achievements, and you have still lots to do. And I'm sure you will make your kingdom of heaven, the theme park, another great success in your life.
This is a very joyous moment for the family, and it's even more special because we are sharing it with all you lovely people, and especially our the minister from Farooq Abdullah from Kashmir, very proud of you. And लफ्ज़ों की और मज़मूनों की तंगी की वजह से मैं ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं कह सकूँगी, बस इतना कि सूरज के सामने मैं कैसे शम्मा रोशन करूँगी. So yeah, all I can say is, Abbas bhai, loving you, respecting you, and admiring you is the answer to this. Good evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much for those wonderful words. It's time now to present a man of his time, a man of courage and tenacity, a man of grace and dignity, a man of his word, a man of miracles, a man that came back from the dead, and now the man of the hour. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for artist, producer, director, father, husband, friend, author, Mr. Sanjay Khan.
Thank you, dear friends. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking time off to join me today here. I would like to give a warm welcome to the chief guest, Dr. Farooq Abdullah, former Union Minister, former Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir. We welcome you, sir. Ms. Hema Malini, Honorable Member of Parliament, and our guest of honor this evening. Please give them a big hand, gentlemen. After hearing my children speak, my eloquence has taken a spin. I've always believed life is a major accident. Success is a major accident. You have to survive it. My life has been like a giant explosion. Exciting, very exciting, vibrant. Even as a child, I sensed I was blessed with something special. My friends would ask me to narrate stories. They'll gather around me and listen to me, spellbound. My voice, my style of narration became popular in my gang, foreshadowing my life in film to come. I never imagined at that age that I would experience such fantastic times, fabulous times, thrills, fame, fortune, adulation, life-threatening situations. I met some of the greatest people on earth who became my friends. One of them is Farooq Abdullah sitting here, and also my friend Shatrughan Sinha. The list is long. Coming back to my writing this book, the reason for writing this book, because I have got to make this speech short. When I enjoyed stardom, visited all over the world, places, and met people, they always asked me to narrate some stories of my experiences. And I would fondly, over evening we spent, I would narrate my stories. And they would all listen, spellbound. This created a sense of déjà vu in me. Even some people went to the extent of telling me, imploring me, that I must write my book. It was 3 years ago, my dear and very good friend, family friend, Tirath Thakur, the Chief Justice of India, who enjoys listening to my stories, implored me and earnestly urged me. He said, Khan Sahab, before you forget the details, for God's sake, write it. So you imagine the consequences of disobeying the Supreme Court. So I took to work seriously. And I started doing some research. Early last year, I received a call from Millie Aishwarya, the Penguin head of India, a very intelligent and charming lady. Mr. Khan, we would like to make your autobiography. I said, this is like ordained from the heavens. I said, yes. I said, who's speaking? This is Penguin who's speaking. And I was very elated because Penguin is a very international, accepted and recognized, reputed brand. As an actor and producer and director all my life, I have created motion pictures, great television shows. I know this for a fact. Hema would agree with me that a motion picture creation is a combined effort of pooled talents, like a writer, director, producer, actor, technicians, etc., etc. But writing a book is a solitary journey. I have delved deep back into my life to revisit my life, to live it again, and capture the aroma of those times. And I want to share that aroma with the whole world in my book. In the midst of all this, I have fulfilled my duties as father and husband. My children have received good education. They have learned to be patient and kind and helpful to the weak and respect the elders. These principles may sound like a standard fare in any Indian household, but these gems have been passed on to me by my honorable father and mother, whose kindness and generosity towards the poor has been the beacon in my life. I still remember my mother's words. She said, "Son, you are the hand of God. God is guiding you. You must help." I have lived with this principle all my life. I do not disclose my charities, but I always help people in distress who need me. People ask me a question, like Millie Aishwarya asked me the first day when I sent my synopsis, mini synopsis, and the title of my book, The Best Mistakes of My Life. She asked me a very intelligent question. She says, "Mr. Khan, very attractive title. We are all so thrilled about it. Can you tell us, give us a hint as to what it is?" I thought it was like asking a film producer who's receiving the guest on the premiere day that what is the climax, you know. So I told her, I said, let the book unfold it. So perhaps you'll get an opportunity for a discussion this evening with my panel. I look forward to. And with that, I must ask Hema to come and say a few words and grace this occasion. Thank you, ladies. I'm asking Farooq Saab after you. You are the lady. Ladies first. Please, say 2 words. I mean, this is like a family here. There's no. And I thank my children for all their sentiments expressed. My wife, I love you all. Family means most to me. Love you, love you.
Yeah, sorry.
How do you like that? We speak in Tamil sometimes.
Tamil, yes.
Speak in Tamil.
Yeah. Good evening, friends. I'm extremely happy and honored to be here for the book launch of Sanjay Khanji's The Best Mistakes of My Life. I was just wondering, what is that mistakes? the whole, it is interesting to know the title is very interesting. Of course, you make so many mistakes, and if you learn, then you become the achiever. That's what I feel.
Very well said.
So, Sanjay Khanji is the most handsome, dynamic, highly talented actor, producer, director, and above all, a wonderful human being who produced beautiful films at that time, and that was his great contribution for the film industry. So, and I also had a great opportunity to work with him in one of the movies in which we interacted in Tamil. So the producer used to wonder, what are we talking, you know, something about the producer we are talking. That's exactly we were doing. So it was a very beautiful moment. I always remember that. After that, I don't know, we did not get the opportunity to work in many more films. But I have always admired you. You have been a wonderful person, human being. And the whole credit goes to Zareen Khanji.
I agree.
And the entire beautiful family together. So which I'm able to see today, all of you. So I feel really extremely happy. And this book, what you have written, is definitely going to be an inspiration for all the youngsters who are coming into films. To know how difficult it was at that time to produce and direct movies and also act in several films, what you have done. And he's a creative man.
the creative person will always keep on thinking what to create next. So even though he is not at the moment making any films or any such thing, but he has created something very wonderful which he shared with me. He is going to create something in Uttar Pradesh, the land of spiritual cities, celebrating 5,000 of Indian history. So he is going to come out with that project, which is a great project, which is going to be something, I don't know how to express it, if it comes through.
Extraordinary.
Yeah. So I'm sure I will be a kind of part of it and would like to help in this project to come out. And I wish you good luck, and I pray to God to bless you with a lot of good health, happiness and everything. Thank you so much.
Now, before the chief guest says something, I would like my good friend, I know he's a very good orator, he'll take the mic and never leave it. But under the circumstances, I am just narrating a share for him before he comes here. दिले तूफान शिकन तन्हा जो आगे था सो अब भी है. दिले तूफान शिकन तन्हा जो आगे था सो अब भी है. I am like the shoreline of the ocean. बहुत तूफान ठंडे पड़ गए टकरा के साहिल से. शत्रुघ्न जी आइए प्लीज. I'll stand right next to you to make sure that you finish the speech.
With an attitude of gratitude, I salute Penguin Books for having documented a beautiful and of course a journey full of ups and downs of our friend, or rather family friend, a wonderful human being, a very experienced, legendary actor, an actor, filmmaker par excellence, Mr. Sanjay Khan, and of course his family members, Zareen Bhabhi, and all the children. I really congratulate you and salute you for your courage in bearing with our friend Sanjay Khan. Family friend. Just now I was told by the friend of the nation and the friend of the society, Mr. Farooq Abdullah, कि हिंदुस्तानी में जाके बात करो वहाँ पे. अब मैं तो आया था यहाँ पे सिर्फ प्रोग्राम देखने के लिए. I have come all the way from Guwahati on one call from our friend that you have to be there for this kind journey, presentation of this kind journey. I have come all the way from Guwahati. लेकिन चूंकि our friend and colleague and senior colleague and one of the most prominent and important leaders of the country, Mr. Farooq Abdullah, has asked me to speak in Hindustani. तो अब मैं आपके सामने हिंदुस्तानी में मन की बात तो कर नहीं सकता हूं. उस पे तो पेटेंट राइट किसी और का है. मैं तो दिल की बात कर सकता हूं. और दिल की बात यह है मित्रों, फिर मित्रों, ये आर्ट एंड कल्चर की दुनिया है. यहाँ पे फिल्म मेकर की बात हो रही है, एक बहुत अच्छे इंसान की बात हो रही है जिसने जिंदगी में बहुत ही स्ट्रगल किया है, स्ट्रगल करके सेल्फ मेड हासिल किया, अपने आप को बनाया है. इन्होंने कभी कितना भी स्ट्रगल किया है, इन्होंने न कभी चाय बेची है न चाय बेचने का काम किया है. ये हमारे यहाँ हम लोग के साथ चले हैं, कदम से कदम मिलाकर चले हैं. और इन्होंने इन पंक्तियों को, जैसे इन्होंने शेरो शायरी की, इन पंक्तियों को इन्होंने चरितार्थ किया है कि ठान लेने पे इंसान नामुमकिन को भी मुमकिन कर सकता है. ठान लेने पे इम्पॉसिबल को पॉसिबल किया जा सकता है. तो इन्होंने इन पंक्तियों को चरितार्थ किया है कि दाद देती है गर्दिशे दौरां, जिंदगी एहतराम करती है, इश्क जब मौत से टकराता है, मौत झुककर सलाम करती है. और इन्होंने करके दिखा दिया है. आई होप विशन प्रे कि ये लोगों के लिए बहुत ही मोटिवेटिंग और इंस्पिरेशनल होगी. और मैं चाहूंगा कि यंगर जनरेशन और आज के लोग जो कोशिश कर रहे हैं आज के लोग, उनको सीखना चाहिए कि एक आदमी इतने कम उम्र में सपने देखकर, और सपनों पे भी कहना चाहूंगा कि सपनों के साकार होने से पहले सपनों का देखना बहुत ही जरूरी है। इन्होंने सपने देखे, राज कपूर से इंस्पायर्ड हुए, राज कपूर से उनसे मैं भी इंस्पायर्ड हुआ। तो एक चीज तो बिल्कुल जाहिर है कि हम दोनों में एक तरह के जो ड्रीम मर्चेंट कोई रहे हैं, जो सोर्स ऑफ इंस्पिरेशन और स्ट्रेंथ कोई रहे हैं, तो वो है राज कपूर, जिनके हम आज भी दीवाने हैं, कल दीवाने थे और जिंदगी भर दीवाने रहेंगे उनके। उनसे इन्होंने इंस्पिरेशन लिया और इन्होंने करके दिखाया, जिसे कहा जा सकता है सेल्फ मेड। ऑफ कोर्स पूरे फैमिली का, जरीन भाभी का, तमाम लोगों का बहुत बहुत साथ और बहुत बहुत सहयोग रहा। बहुत इनके ऊपर अल्लाह ताला का, वाहे गुरु का, प्रभु राम की असीम अनुकंपा रही कि आज इतना इन्होंने चमक हासिल किया, कहाँ से कहाँ पहुंचे, जिसे अंग्रेजी में तो कह सकते हैं सेल्फ मेड, बट हिंदुस्तानी में कहेंगे कि अल्लाह ताला की मेहरबानी, उनके बाय ग्रेस ऑफ गॉड। और इस जिस तरह से इन्होंने हासिल किया है, मैं समझता हूँ बहुत ही अनुकरणीय है, बहुत ही प्रशंसनीय है और बहुत ही सराहनीय है। सब लोग को इनसे सीखना चाहिए और इनके बढ़ाए हुए कदम पे चलना चाहिए, बढ़ना चाहिए और अपने परिवार को और समाज को और बढ़ाना चाहिए। आज के दिन ये मेरा पैगाम भी है, यही मेरी दुआएं हैं, यही मेरी प्रार्थना है और यही मेरी ख्वाहिश है। थैंक यू वेरी मच। गॉड ब्लेस संजय खान एंड गॉड ब्लेस संजय खान फैमिली। थैंक यू।
The chief guest of the evening, sorry for, of course, फारूक साहब, अभी तो महफिल शुरू हो रही है, अभी शुरू होने वाली है। बराए मेहरबानी आप तशरीफ लाइए। अच्छा जायद
You know, you stand right here. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all of you. मैं हैरान हुआ जब संजय भाई ने मुझसे कहा मेरी किताब आने वाली है और आप मेहरबानी करके बम्बई तशरीफ लाइए और उस किताब को उसका उद्घाटन कीजिए। मैं हैरान हुआ, मैंने कहा यार एक्टर, डायरेक्टर, प्रोड्यूसर, इसके पास वक्त कहाँ रहेगा कि किताब लिखेगा। मुझे भी लोग कहते हैं किताब लिखो, मैं समझता हूँ कहाँ से शुरू करूँ और कहाँ ख़त्म करूँ, कोई समझ ही नहीं आता। मगर एक आदमी, जैसे सबने कहा, शत्रुघ्न ने कहा, माला जी ने कहा, सब बच्चों ने कहा, सेल्फ मेड मैन। मगर सबसे बड़ी चीज़ ये कि अल्लाह ने इसे, इसकी माँ बाप की वो नसीहत जो थी उसको इसने दिल से थाम लिया और उसने इसे हर मुश्किल से निकाला। मगर एक बात, किताब मुझे नहीं भेजी, मैंने किताब पढ़ी नहीं तो मुझे पता ही नहीं है किताब में लिखा क्या है। मगर एक बात जरूर कहूँगा जो किसी ने आप में नहीं कहा, इसका गुस्सा भी जब आता है तो खानों का ही गुस्सा होता है, वो अल्लाह ही जानता है सही है या नहीं है। मगर ये इतने कोमल हैं कि कितने ही सख्त क्यों ना हो, मगर ऐसे he melts immediately. And the love he has for the people that surround him, that he knows, is always there. You need him, he'll be there. It's very few people who have that feeling for others. मगर आज मौका मुझे मिला है आपसे एक और बात करने का, जो बहुत ज़रूरी समझता हूँ। सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि हमें आपस में मोहब्बत पैदा करनी चाहिए. We must live for each other. And that can only happen when we realize that we are all human beings. We may pray to the north, to south, to east, to temple, to the mosque, to any other place. But we are the same people. 100 बोतलें खून की इनको O पॉजिटिव की मिली. क्या किसी ने ये सोचा उस वक्त ये मुसलमान का खून है, ये ईसाई का खून है, ये दलित का खून है, ये किसका खून है? उस खून ने इसको जिंदगी बख्शी और कई लोगों को जिंदगी बख्शता है आज भी अस्पतालों में. मगर अफसोस इस बात का मुझे आता है कि हम अस्पताल से निकल के आते हैं, हिंदू भी बन जाते हैं, मुसलमान भी बन जाते हैं, ईसाई और सिख भी बन जाते हैं, मगर इंसान नहीं बनते. आज वक्त आ गया है. अगर आपने इस वतन को बचाना है, इफ यू वांट टू सेव इंडिया, देन लव ईच अदर. नो रिलीजन इज बैड. We are bad. Man can be bad. Religion is not bad. And therefore, let us create in us love for each other, love for each other's religion. And that is the message that I think his life gives us. He's standing here with the blood of multitude of people. What color, what creed, what language. That shows that God lives in all of us. Whether you call him Ram, मैं एक बूढ़ी माँ के पास गया था, डॉक्टर था, उसका बेटा मेरे साथ पढ़ता था, बड़ा शोर था, राम राम राम, बड़ा शोर था हिंदुस्तान में उस वक्त. तो बूढ़ी माँ मुझसे कहने लगी, बेटा ये शोर क्या है? राम तो हमारे पुस्तकों में विश्व का राम है, वो तो सबका राम है. मैंने कहा माँ, हम भी अल्लाह को कहते हैं रब्बुल आलमीन, आलमीनों का रब है. हम माने या ना माने, राम जितना आपका है उतना हमारा भी है. अफसोस इस बात का हम इसको आगे ले नहीं सके. जैसे मुसलमानों ने कुरान को घर में रख दिया और ये समझा कि ये हमारा है. कुरान हमारा नहीं है. कुरान उस हर एक के लिए है जो उसे सबक सीखना चाहता है. इस तरह राम भी सिर्फ हिंदुओं का नहीं है, ये भूल जाइए. राम विश्व का राम है. वो अंग्रेज़ों का भी राम है, रूसियों का भी राम है, उनका भी राम है जो उसको मानने वाली नहीं है. इसलिए आज आपके सामने विनती करता हूँ, जो नफरतें फैल रही हैं उन नफरतों को कम कीजिए. ये नफरतें इस वतन को मार देंगी, इस वतन को जला देंगी. और आप जो फिल्म से ताल्लुक़ रखते हैं और फिल्में बनाते हैं, उनका असर दिल में बहुत ज़्यादा होता है. उसमें मोहब्बत उजागर कीजिए लोगों में एक दूसरे के लिए. यही एक सबसे बड़ा मैं समझता हूँ इस भारत के लिए सबसे बड़ी कंट्रीब्यूशन जो हम लोग कर सकेंगे, वो लीडर हों या डायरेक्टर्स हों या फिल्म बनाने वाले हों, कि वतन को जोड़ के रखें और वतन को मजबूत बना के रखें. अल्लाह इन्हें सलामत रखे, इनकी इस ब्यूटीफुल फैमिली को सलामत रखे जिन्होंने इनको सहारा दिया. अगर ये दोस्त नहीं होते, मैं नहीं समझता हूँ इसकी जान होती. इसकी जान जो है वो आप लोगों ने दी है, एक उम्मीद भर के इसमें कि तुमने जीना है और आगे चलना है. I am proud of you friends of his and to the family and to his sister that I have known who was married in Kashmir, to a great friend of mine, Javed. Unfortunately, he's not here. I used to always call him Umar. He used to look like that great actor of Egypt. Unfortunately, he died early. To her, I'll say, I think it's in your family that you live. Even the most hardest time, you know how to survive. And God bless you, and God bless your family, and God bless each friend of his.
Thank you.
Allah Hafiz.
Right. Just to cap the evening, Dr. Farooq Abdullah said, I received blood, O positive. Just a vital information. The blood I received was from the Indian cadets, Air Force, Army and Navy. It was not 120 pints, it was several pints. Hundreds of them. As Farooq Abdullah said, I stand here with the blood of all those Jawans. And whenever I see the flag and a Jawan, मेरे दिल से उनको मैं सलाम पेश करता हूँ. भारत माता की जय हो.
Thank you so much, Sanjay uncle. Thank you, Abdullah Saab. Thank you, Shatrughan ji. Thank you, Hema ji, for those wonderful words and sharing that really interesting anecdote. I didn't know that Sanjay uncle could speak Tamil. I just discovered that today. I'm sure many of us did. Okay. What many don't know about Sanjay Khan Saab is that his interests in art, literature, film, and philosophy are only rivaled by his interest in people. He never eats alone. Tonight, 4 of his closest friends will get together on the stage and recreate an evening spent at their friend's home. Except this time, they will not be discussing art or history of film, but their dear friend Sanjay. And I will be asking them questions. So I would like to invite Mr. Farooq Abdullah, please, to come on stage again. The former Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir and former Union Minister for New and Renewable Energy. He is friend like family, as we have discovered. Sir, please, वापस आप stage पे आ जाइए. Joining us as well is going to be Mr. Sunil Alag, who is undoubtedly a man of wit and grit. Former MD and CEO of Britannia Industries and now founder of SKA Advisors. Please join us on stage. Mr. Farooq Dondi, award-winning author and columnist who has written several scripts with Mr. Khan and has also fiercely debated Mr. Khan. I've witnessed some of those debates. Wherever you like. And last but not the least, Ms. Malvika Sangvi, celebrated journalist and also called the chronicler of social mores by the New York Times. And of course, Sanjay Khan Saab, would you like to join us as well on stage? Please join us. Okay, we've had a very emotional, passionate evening so far, and I'm counting on these wonderful members on this panel to reveal anecdotes that will, of course, Shatruji, I think this will be incomplete without you. Please join us on stage. Hema ji, please join us on stage. Okay, so I'm going to start with a member of the panel who hasn't spoken yet. I'm going to start with the 3 of you because I've heard, we've heard Farooq Abdullah ji speak about Sanjay uncle, as have we heard Hema ji and Shatrughan Sinha ji. But we must start with, no, we'll start with Malvika. I think it'll be really interesting to hear an anecdote that she has to share about Mr. Khan. And do you have your mic? I'll just. It's on. It's on.
Hello?
Yes, it's on. Okay, his mic.
Hello, hello. Yes, it's on. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What a lovely get-together where we are celebrating a very, very exceptional human being. I'm honored and privileged to have been asked to say a few words, and I was asked to narrate a few things which are not in the book about Mr. Khan. And I want to take you back to Juhu in the late 60s when an exceptionally good-looking and bright family came to settle from Bangalore in a sleepy colony full of Parsi spinsters, thatched cottages on the beach, 5 dashing brothers and a beautiful sister, Dilshad. We, my sister, I speak for my sister Devika and I, lived nearby, and it would not be an overstatement to say that the entire colony worshipped this family for their qualities of warmth, grace. I remember your mother and the charity she did. It was an exceptional family, and what I want to say is that when you hear about Sanjay, you must remember that he was always like this. He was always like this. He was always full of life, full of talent, full of... I remember the stories. He would sit with my father and late into the night discuss politics, history, art. It was a progressive family. It was a secular family. And he was a product of some very special times. Below us, near us, lived K. Abbas, you remember, and Balraj Sani next door, my uncle. These were people who created what we see today as a progressive, humane individual. And I'm honored, and I really beseech you to read the book because it is an exceptional book. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Malvika. That's very kind. Mr. Alag, are you going to go next?
You know, as far as I'm concerned, let me first say that I'm a Punjabi and we don't normally read books. And I've been compelled to read this book within 2 days. We are not known for having too much of intellect, so whatever I'm going to say is from the heart. I've been making some notes of speeches being given earlier, and it has presented Abbas, as I know him, and not Sanjay Khan, as someone who's perfect. He's not. So the children will go around saying he's the best father you've ever had, whatever. I would still relate to him as a good friend, because if you ever came into the house when he and I were speaking, you would think we're going to end up in a massive fight because we never ever agreed on any issue. And at the end of it, you would think that we are never going to speak again. We are never going to get invited to each other's house again. And yet, the important thing out of the discussion that I have learned is that you come away, because you argue like mad, you come away having learned something. Otherwise, haan milana to hamari zindagi mein, we just carry on with life. And we've been the best of friends, because I will give you my first anecdote when I met Abbas, as I call him, in a friend's house, and he was talking about making Tipu Sultan then. This is almost about 20 years ago, and my wife Maya and I were there, and I found him extremely erudite, which for a Punjabi was the first sign of impression. Oh my God, he knows Hindi, he knows Urdu, he knows mythology, he knows English, he knows the works, and he was only able to relate to Maya, and Shakespeare, everything. So I came away saying, my God, can I ever be with him again? And Maya said, don't worry, I'm with you. Whenever he's saying something, I will correct him. That's how we went on. And we went on to become a great family, a great friend of the family, of the son and of all the daughters. In fact, Susan grew up half the time in our house with my elder daughter, which is Savri is not here, and Zayed also has grown up. So I have seen the entire family grow up in our house as well. See, as far as I'm concerned, when I read and I said the best mistakes of my life, you know, I have learned one thing is that most mistakes when they are made, it's because either you say yes too soon or you say no too late. Otherwise, you never make a mistake. And somehow Abbas has gone through life and somehow said it at the right time, yes or no. Because if you keep saying yes too early and if you say no too late, it's a huge mistake. And Abbas' timing was perfect, as he's always done in whatever he's done. And at the end of each argument, I've always ended by telling Abbas and Abbas telling me that, look, remember that do not go with the flavor of the month is what I tell him all the time, because ice creams are strawberry, chocolate, purple, brown, green, but vanilla is the base. And Abbas has always agreed with me that lasting relationships take place when you make vanilla the base. And that for me has been the biggest strength. And I always go to his house only to argue, but to learn. And Abbas, I love you, and you are the greatest. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Alag. Mr. Dondi, it's the tough job that you've been set up for, the one that you tried to shy away from but were not allowed to. Would you like to share an anecdote about Mr. Khan that perhaps nobody else in this room knows?
Let me start by saying I've never been to a book launch like this. I'm a bit of a writer myself. I've written about 25 books. And usually it's, you know, some dirty chairs with 20 people sitting around who don't know who the hell you are. And they yawn their heads off while you're reading and they go away and the children cry in the background of a British library and so forth. Yes. And this is such a grand affair and such a great tribute to what I may say is an extremely remarkable book. Because I have read, or have tried to read, several biographies of Indian film stars, several biographies of other Indians, and I think what we say, I've joined the 15 club, which means all the people who couldn't get past the first 15 pages because they get so boring. But this book kept me going straight through, because what Sanjay has recalled in his life is not simply the story of a family, not simply the story of a career, not simply the story of the very bright and illustrious people he has met, but it's in its progress, it's a sort of history of the mores and myths of India, the likes and dislikes that we've cultivated over the last 50, etc. years since he began acting. Now, I've always thought that film, he pays respect, a great respect to Raj Kapoor. And Raj Kapoor, of course, was one of the makers of India. Okay, yes, Nehru and Gandhi and Vallabhbhai Patel, etc. were the makers of India. But once they had set India independent from the British, they left us without a knowledge exactly of who we were. And film has fulfilled that gap. Indian film has tried to define the reality and the myths of who we are. So when Raj Kapoor says, होठों पे सच्चाई होती है, दिल में सफाई होती है, हम उस देश के वासी हैं जिस पे गंगा बहती है, well, it's providing us with who we are. The geography is correct, but maybe the philosophy is not, you know, होठों पे सच्चाई, etc. But but it is an attempt to give us the reality and the myth of India, to construct such things. And looking at Sanjay's films, one gets the sweep of that contribution to who the hell the Indian nation is. And that's why he said, I'm the first Sultan. Incidentally, I met Sanjay first because I was a bureaucrat in a television channel in England, and I was looking for, the mission of that channel was to internationalize British television. That was Channel 4's task. It was its parliamentary remit. And what I could do, I thought, one of the best things I could do, apart from commissioning Salam Bombay and Deepa Mehta and Bandit Queen and Shekhar Kapoor, I thought one of the best things I could do was to buy Tipu Sultan and put it out as a serial on Channel 4. And it worked extremely well. And then I asked the person who, it became an international hit. And I asked the person who had brokered it for me, I said, may I meet Mr. Sanjay Khan? And he said, yes, next time you're in Bombay, you can be introduced. And so, of course, I introduced myself, and he knew that this is the fellow who bought my series, so we became friends. And since then, we've worked quite hard together, argued quite hard together over scripts, over films, over this, that, politics even, and the other. So I'd like to pay a tribute to Sanjay Khan's book. I think it's the most remarkable autobiography, and I'm extremely proud. I must say one thing before I finish that, and that is that I am extremely underplayed in this autobiography. Everybody is mentioned, everybody is a chapter. I only appear when the two of us met in a seedy place in London. It's called the Hilton Hotel, and somebody, he said, I've got a headache, and somebody next door said, oh, I can give you some pills for that. And I said, for God's sake, don't take that. In this sort of place, you never know what the pills contain. And I think he took my advice, and here he is, he's survived. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tondi. That was really, really interesting. I was actually going to ask those of you who have read the book, what about the book jumped out at you? And
Let's get serious now.
It's, yeah. No, it doesn't. How are you so certain it's going to be serious, Sanjay uncle?
No, I feel like sitting here in judgment of Nuremberg.
What I want to bring up from the book is what Farooq also chanced upon.
I'm sorry, I feel like I'm sitting in the Nuremberg trials. I felt that way when I was watching all these two tough guys on my right. I've always told Sunil and Farooq, the loudest voices are never heard. But they don't seem to relent. They go on and on, raising the volumes. Okay. Sorry, Malvika, start.
Okay. So Farooq also mentioned one chapter in the book, one digression he calls it, on Raj Kapoor, which I found was extraordinary because of the analysis of the man. Obviously, Sanjay Abbas, hero worshipped him, and they met very, very colorfully when he met him at his holy party. But the analysis of how Raj Kapoor gave us this idea of what it is to be Indian was, I thought, very insightful in the book. The Indian, through Raj Kapoor's lyrics and his screenplay, was supposed to be a simple, noble, progressive, secular human being. And that struck me that perhaps today we do not have that template for what an Indian should be anymore. And I want to ask Sanjay whether he thinks there is some kind of idea of an Indian being those fabulous qualities.
Yeah. Raj Kapoor gave a definition to the Indian. After the freedom struggle of over a century, we won our freedom with great turmoil and struggle. But everyone forgot about the Indian as to how do you define, you got a constitution, you became a Republic of India. But Raj Kapoor, out of some subconscious effort, he created the definition of an Indian, a common man from the country, innocent and pure, who stumbles into this big, ugly city. He brings his innocence too, his honesty too, his upbringing, which has, which have ingrained into his mind. So he created the characters like Shri 420, Awara, like Farooq said, all those songs. होठों पे सच्चाई होती है, दिल में सफाई होती है, हम उस देश के वासी हैं जिस देश में गंगा बहती है. So he appealed to the mass by depicting this country pumpkin and giving them a definition as to who an Indian was. This was my effort, a tribute to a great Raj Kapoor, who perhaps a lot of people do not know. His Avara is one of the 100 best films ever made in history. My fascination for Raj Kapoor was from the day I saw his film. So in my book, I wanted to dedicate a tribute to him. So I did some research and wrote what I've written, and I like my readers to read and enjoy it. Because it's very difficult once you pass the journey and then you go back and collecting all the details back. I would like the readers to read the book, especially the chapter Malvika has mentioned. It's very enlightening, very heartening, and the mundane things of life which we take it for granted are actually the serious issues of our existence.
Shatrughan ji and Hema ji, your contemporaries, and I think there will be something interesting that you would also like to add to this thought that Sanjay uncle has just conveyed about how the cinema of your times, the characters you played, the stories that you conveyed were in a way depicting the texture of what India was becoming or the India that we hope to become.
Oh, you're going to ask me some intellectual question?
Yes.
Thank you. Hema ji.
I think you are
such an intellectual question. I don't know. Khamosh.
I think he's the right.
With due respect, we have just come here to attend the function, and I didn't have the opportunity. I've come all the way from Guwahati just for our friend and family friend and one of the most wonderful people we have in the film industry and one of the most wonderful families. So we just came over here, and to be very honest, जो कह रहा हूँ सच के सिवाय कुछ नहीं, और सच ये है कि हमने पढ़ी नहीं है, अभी सिर्फ सुनी है इस बारे में. अब इसके बाद ज़रूर पढ़ने का इरादा रखता हूँ, लेकिन चूंकि हमारे बगल में जो बैठी हुई हैं देश की बहुत पढ़नियार हैं, बहुत होनहार हैं, बहुत गुणी हैं, इनके पास बहुत संस्कार हैं, ये ड्रीम गर्ल हैं, सपनों में जीती हैं, सपनों में जागती हैं और सपनों में सबको बुलाती हैं. ऐसी हेमा मालिनी बगल में बैठी हैं, तो मैं इनसे सादर अनुरोध करूंगा कि ये अपनी वाणी से, अपनी मुखाग्नि से ये आपको अभी प्रभावित करें, आपका मार्गदर्शन करें. श्रीमती हेमा मालिनी.
मैं मार्गदर्शन तब करूंगी जब संजय जी दूसरा बुक लिखेंगे, उसके लॉन्च में जरूर मार्गदर्शन दे दूंगी.
Thank you, Hema ji. I think that's
a very clever answer. कहा जा सकता है, खामोश.
Okay, I'm going to come back to you, Mr. Alag, since
in defense of my favorite heroine, a lady, a true lady, and a very honorable person, I have very respectable memories of Hema Malini. I said respectable memories. Shatru, you don't listen. This is the whole trouble. This guy doesn't listen, they talk too much.
It's about time Abbas you listened.
Hema is impeccable. She is bright, intelligent. She has contributed to the dancing field in an immense way. And she's a working lady. She's a member of parliament. And besides that, she never gives up her art. And her time to participate in this very auspicious day for me, I am very grateful to you, Hema ji. Thank you so much. अगर शत्रु आपको डराए तो मुझे बता देना.
Okay, Mr. Alag, I'm going to wrap this up with you because I think it's a question that we must have you answer. What about the book jumped out at you?
See, we are all talking about Raj Kapoor, and I had marked out a line in the book when he went across and he told Krishna ji, "Dekho ji, do Pathan, ek Hindu, ek Musalman." What more can we say about Raj Kapoor than what you have said in your book? I mean, it was...
See, this I have written in my book because Raj Kapoor worked in my film Chandi Sona as a guest artist. And I had great love and regard for him. He never asked me for any money. So we were attending a wedding at the Oberoi that evening. And he and Krishnaji and my wife Zareen came in another car. And we were shooting the last day of Chandi Sona. And Rajji said, you must come with me. So I had instructed my secretary to keep ₹1 lakh cash. In those days, it was quite a lot of money. And I wanted to give him as a gift. And the ladies went to stay at the wedding for a overtime. We went and gave our envelopes and we settled down in the bar for a drink. While having a drink, I told my secretary, I gave him an ishara. I said, please. So he brought it. He said, ये क्या है, क्या है? तो बोला ये मैंने कहा साहब. I used to call him साहब with affection and he used to call me साहब with affection. मैंने कहा साहब ये छोटा सा तोहफा है, आप छोटे भाई से ले लीजिए. क्या 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 है? खोला. वो देखते ही ये क्या है? मैंने कहा 1 लाख. ठाक से बंद कर दिया. और इतने में जरीन और कृष्णा जी की एंट्री हो रही. एकदम से अपनी आस्तीन ऐसे ऊपर किया उन्होंने, मेरा और उनका हाथ जोड़ के, देखो जी हम 2 पठान, एक हिंदू एक मुसलमान. ये अगर शशि बनाता पिक्चर तो मैं उसे चार्ज करता, कभी नहीं. और उन्होंने कहा कि मैं जब फुल पिक्चर करूंगा आपके साथ, I will take up. When I casted in Abdullah, I remember, I went to his cottage. I said, Raji, अभी समय आ गया है, अभी बताइए कितने पैसे लेंगे. उनकी dancing blue eyes was lying down and fiddling with his fingers and thumbs, looking at the ceiling. I'll take this much. I said, मिलाओ हाथ. तो मिलाते मिलाते फिर हाथ खींच लिया उन्होंने. कहा कि नहीं 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 नहीं, ये तो ऐसे मैंने मजाक किया था. नहीं जी, मैंने कहा हम 2 पठान, एक हिंदू एक मुसलमान, ज़बान के हम पक्के हैं. हमने उस वक्त माना था कि नेक्स्ट टाइम आप जो कहेंगे वो हम मंजूर करेंगे. So that's how the story began, and that's the background.
Very nice. You know, I'd like to end with very quickly about, you've talked about your dreams as the first part of your life. And Abdul Kalam has come up with the best line on dreams when he said, dreams are not what you see in your sleep. Dreams are what keeps you awake. And that, I think, Abbas, describes your life, which is your dreams. I hope you stay awake. I hope you keep achieving it, because you have a long way to go and we really all respect you too much.
मैं उचित समझता हूँ कि इस मौके पर मैं कहूँ, हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी जब चीफ मिनिस्टर गुजरात के, उन्होंने मुझे निमंत्रण दे के बुलाया था द 7 सिटीज़ थीम पार्क बनाने के लिए गुजरात में. वो 15 मिनट का समय दिया था, तो 1 सवा घंटा हो गया, उन्होंने छोड़ा नहीं. 2 बार मेरा प्रेजेंटेशन देखा, मैं ऑफिशियली कह रहा हूँ, और उनको बहुत पसंद आया. मैं उस इशारे से कह रहा हूँ जिन्होंने कहा सपना. देखने के बाद उन्होंने मेरी तरफ तवज्जो दिया, कहा खान साहब ये बहुत बड़ा सपना है, आपको कहीं भी ज़मीन चाहिए मैं दे दूँगा, आप ये बनाइए ज़रूर. ये हिंदुस्तान की 5000 साल की ऐतिहासिक कल्चरल संस्कृति, सभ्यता और सिविलाइजेशन है, जो बनी नहीं. हमारे अमेरिकन एडवाइजर्स ने कहा कि भाई गुजरात में नहीं बना सकते, कनेक्टिविटी प्रॉब्लम है, यू हैव टू गो टू आगरा बिकॉज ऑफ द फुटफॉल्स देयर. Sunil has worked with me on this project. He was there, present that day when we met the Honorable Prime Minister, then the Chief Minister. So I hope he's listening and he helps me in this project.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It was such a pleasure listening to each of you speak.
Just one thing, Diya,
Yes,
I want to mention in the book how Sanjay has spoken about Zareen. It was so moving. What he has said about her, we always admired her as an exceptional woman. My mother knew her and admired her, and it was a mutual regard. But for a husband to pay such tribute to a wife is very, very special. And I think most of his, or part of his success, is Zareen and the beautiful family they've created. Thank you.
You know, the most wonderful line which I haven't said from the book is, I would rather lose my career than lose Zareen. That's what you're talking about. It's right written in the book, which is amazing, absolutely amazing.
अच्छा, ये जो
I'm the only one who's read the book. I'm
yeah,
quoting from
so,
it.
so the answer to that is, I can't take a specific name. I was in the very nascent stage of my career, and I had signed 100 films in less than 6 months as a leading man. And 6 films were with one particular star, and 1 was on the set, and 5 were to go. I get a strange call, I like to meet you. The gentleman said he's related, etc. So I do not want to delve there. So when I met him at Juhu, he refused to come to my flat. In those days I had a small flat. He said, look, my daughter would like to marry you. I said, I got shocked. I was shocked. I said, sir, I'm in love with my wife to be, Zareen, and we are engaged. And how come you have come to the conclusion that I am interested in your daughter? I have never given any innuendos or any lift in that direction. I've always respected her as a co-star and a senior co-star, a big star of her times. I was just a newcomer. I was just entering the door with this industry, and she was existing. We met on the threshold. I said, I'll have you cancel from all 5 pictures. This was a challenge to my dignity. I took a deep breath. I said, sir, you please go ahead. You do whatever you like. Namaskar, and I left. I hardly reached home. One producer, his first name was Abdul, I remember. He called, अरे मियाँ क्या कर दिया आपने? मुझे आपको ड्रॉप करना होगा. मैंने कहा कोई बात नहीं, फोन रख दिया. 2 और फोन आए, यही ड्रॉप कर दिया. चौथा फोन था देवेंद्र गोयल का. तो मैंने कहा अच्छा आप भी मुझे ड्रॉप करेंगे? नो प्रॉब्लम. नहीं, मैंने उसको ड्रॉप कर दिया. वो 3 पिक्चरें जो मेरी तरफ आई, वो तीनों सुपर हिट हुई. वो जो 3 पिक्चर मेरी तरफ से गई, वो तीनों फ्लॉप गई. तो जिंदगी के मुकाम पर कभी कभी ऐसा वक्त आता है कि आदमी को एक स्टैंड लेना है. जैसे मैंने 55 डिग्री के हीट में हॉस्पिटल से पहली बार शूटिंग के लिए आया. कुर्सी से मुझे उठाने के लिए 2 आदमी उठाते थे, शॉट देने के बाद बिठा देते थे. उस वक्त जो आपने अभी पर्दे पे देखा, मैं घोड़सवारी कर रहा हूँ, वो शॉट लेना था जहाँ चार्ज होता है ब्रिटिश कंपनी पर और टीपू की फौज. और मैं आई एम अ वेरी गुड राइडर. माई हॉर्स वॉज रेडी, अ ब्यूटिफुल वाइट स्टालियन, एंड आई वॉज लुकिंग एट द हॉर्स. दिस इज अ गुड लेसन फॉर एनीबडी हु इज लिसनिंग. I was looking very carefully at this horse, and my duplicate was ready. My wife was sitting and writing something, and the thought came in my head. I said, I must give this shot. I must not allow the duplicate. My condition was so bad that I had a 50% numbness in my left foot, and my left hand was not right. I said, we must do this. I said, I'll not run all my life like a white rabbit, helter-skelter, destination unknown. I said, if I ride, I'll restore my dignity. I looked at my wife. I said, I'm riding. She knew me. She looked deeply in my eyes, and she knew my resolve. She said, be careful. When I sat on the horse, I couldn't feel the stirrup. I couldn't feel the stirrup. I was holding the rein. Then they gave me this heavy sword, and the horse started prancing. I know how to control the horse, but I couldn't feel this rein, the stirrup. And then the yellow flag went, and the cannon started, and this guy took off. There was a 200-meter dash passing the camera. I passed the camera, and the horse was just warming up, and he was pulling me, and I couldn't hold him with the left hand. I had to throw the sword. I just did not be irresponsible to throw the sword because there are 200 cavalrymen behind me. I could hurt them. So I slid on the horseback while running. I put my sword from the right side on the sand. I pulled the horse just in time before he could dash into a bulbul bush. When I came back, I was sitting and I felt some numbness on my leg. It was blood, red blood. And I said, what happened to my hand? I quickly, without telling anyone, I sneaked into my room with my sport boy. I said, get the other costume. Call the doctor. We bandaged and I got dressed, came back and sat as if nothing happened. And Zareen was still writing her book. After that, my lesson is, I felt like I was alive again. I felt I was living. Before giving the shot, I was dead man. So life is a challenge. So when this offer of book came, I said the treasure of stories and actual encounters with not only some of the topmost leaders of the world who are my personal friends, but also the warlords of Iran. And I've written a very descriptive, my interaction, my rather encounter with the drug mafia of Turkey, the cocaine kings. It's a very, very factual story with the facts and figures there. It is worth reading. The readers who read this will be amazed with the twists and turns of my life, the rigors of my life. I faced fire. I faced my ship nearly sank in the Indian Ocean. We were shooting Chandi Sona. The captain comes to me and he says, "Sir, get your unit quickly in. There's a storm coming. It's going to be a big storm." He was concerned, the Swedish captain with his blonde beard. I quickly put my unit down. I said, "You guys go down." And I came up. He said, "Sir, you can't. You go." I said, "No, I am going to be with you." And that storm, he could not control from the first deck because so severe. The boat was rocked like mad with those huge waves. And he said, "Sir, if you slip and fall, you'll be lost." I followed him right up to the 3rd level. It is described in the book. And when we reached the 3rd level, the sky was dark and the storm was severe and it was going on. And I looked at his face. I found there was a little fear in his blue eyes. I said, "This is the time, Sanjay Khan, you have to step in." Maine kaha, "Captain, I am with you. Come on, let's ride this storm." I did that. And I believe it was like a miracle. After about 10 minutes after that, the storm, as fast as it hit us, it disappeared. So these are some of the stories.
There are many, many interesting stories filled in that book. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It's now time to do what we're all here to do, to release the best mistakes of my life. I'm going to come and hand over the book to each one of you and request you to please rise for a wonderful photo opportunity, following which I would love for the Khan family to join Sanjay Uncle here on stage along with the book. Thank you.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, those were the times they lived where they